Good morning. Bonjour. Hola. How are you? Is it working? Are we live? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday already. Tuesday the 14th of July. Sounds like a special day to me. I know. It's Sheila's birthday. Morning, Sheila. Happy birthday, love. I know she's sitting there. It's my brother's girlfriend, my brother's partner. Special day for her today. But I know you're here, aren't you? Yes, you are. She wouldn't miss this. Sheila's on the design team. Sheila Bradley. Got it right that time. Many happy returns, Sheila, from everybody in the SHAC and at Clarity. We appreciate all that you do for us. We appreciate what everybody does. But today is your special day, Sheila. Happy birthday. Come on in, everybody. Take a seat. Sheila's in the front row today, surrounded by a cake. Do you remember when I was telling you the story about the rattlesnake? That's Sheila. And the jigsaw puzzles. She's always hogging the easy bits. It's like, get off. Come on in. It's time to have a hoot. Owls. It's owls today. I didn't get to my homework. I am so busy at the moment. It's all right though. Bit of a grind. I've got earache and a headache, but otherwise everything's peachy. I didn't get to my homework because I was a little bit busy. That's the trouble. When you have a week off, catch up is immense, isn't it? But it's all right. It's okay. It was nice to have a week off and it's nice to be back. Come on in, grab a seat. Sheila's got all the cupcakes. You can't eat them all, Sheila. We've had this conversation. Share. It's all right. It's all right, love. You can eat as many as you like. She does like her cake. We all do, don't we? Is it hot in here? Am I having one of my personal summers? Funny old weather. Here in the southeast of England, it's quite overcast. What's it like where you are? Oh, I'm in one of those moods today. Come on in. Stuart's in the building with you. He's there to answer any questions that you have. Good morning, Stuart. 9:59, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Should we make sure the cameras are working? Come on, quick, before everyone else arrives. Right, so I've got a little marker so I can see where we are. Look, check out. Camera number 1, please. Camera number 2, please. Oh, move it down a bit. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? See? Then I can colour in, you can see. Camera number 3 is the static one. You didn't say anything about this bright idea of mine yesterday. Don't you think it's a good idea so that you can see exactly? Look, and I can move it around a little bit if we want to look at the chest feathers or the eyes or the ears or whatever. I thought we'd start on the collar and then move down to the chest today. What do you think? But I think this is a good idea, don't you? Just a little regroup every now and again rather than me fiddling around trying to focus. It's good to be back. It really is. You don't realise how much you get used to something. It's like pottery on a Wednesday. It sets the routine, doesn't it? Isn't it nice to have a bit of a routine back? Don't tell me you're still in bed. You can't be. Are you? Who's doodling from bed? Hands up, come on. Confessions of a doodler. Who's in bed doodling? It's not good for your neck, you know. Is the sound good? Can you hear me or am I just wittering away to myself? To witter-woo. 10:01. Come on in. Welcome to the SHAC. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. And here we are. We like it here, don't we? It's safe, it's happy and it's creative. What else do you want? I'm much happier now I've made the decision in my head. I can only speak for myself, but for me now, I'm cool with what's going on because I can't control what they're doing out there, but I can control what I'm doing in here. What I did do was I did go on Amazon and buy some proper masks, because I thought this COVID-19 thing's not going away anytime soon, and any minute now masks are going to be mandatory, and then the price is going to go through the roof. So I bought ones that don't steam up. They got a little windscreen one. No, I'm joking. Wouldn't be a bad idea though. I think I've just discovered a gap in the market. You got your tea, got your coffee. Are you ready to start doodling? Come on then. Stuart, are you there? Is the sound all right? Oh, I better check that. Can you imagine? Let me just check the batteries. I think so. I have to keep my eye on that. Let's have a look. Stuart, sounds good, said Jim and Stuart. Okay, cool. Well then, we will begin, shall we? Come on then. Oh, where shall we go? The eyes yesterday. You did some amazing eyes on Facebook. I mean, you are so good now. It's crazy good. Isn't it funny how just a little tiny bit of guidance and suddenly your colouring skills go from like 0 to 10, just like that. The colours that we're going to use, I hope your pencils have arrived. Don't shout at me. We're doing the best we can. I spoke to Paul at 5 o'clock this morning and he assured me that loads went out again today. Yesterday, in fact. So they may be there today. But either way, listen, all these colours, if you haven't got any of that, work with that. Boom, HB pencil. Because, or a black from the pergoliners if you've only got a black. Black, not pressing very hard, equals grey. We're spoilt now because we've got all these lovely Faber-Castell colours, right? And Stuart, make a little mental note of which colours we're using so that we can share what we're doing. I thought today we'd have a look at the collar and we'll work our way down. How's that sound? So I've already had a little play with the collar, and the idea, what I wanted to do, I mean, they're all different, but I thought it'd be quite nice to, I haven't finished this one, but just to kind of blend this in, be nice. So let's have a look at this particular. I'm going to start where I left off. I know you're better than me. You did these two as well. I'm just going to stick with your man in the middle. Is he a man? He looks like a bloke to me. Do you think is she the, don't know. We'll have to give him a name at the end of the week. The jury's out on those two. Right, let's have a look at the collar. When I say collar, I mean that thing round his neck, like an Elizabethan collar, isn't it? Always, I can only tell you what I do, and I'm no expert. I just figured it out along the way. First thing we're going to do is start with the lighter pencils. So I'm going to go, these are the two that I'll be reaching for the most today, warm grey 2 and cold grey 2. So the two light ones. I tend to go with the lighter colours. Let me get my Dame Edna's on. There you go. That's more like it. I tend to go with the lighter colours just to play it safe, to be honest. It kind of establishes where I want to go. So I'm just going to use a light grey, just an undercoat. You can use any colour. Use a yellow or a brown, just a little light colour, just in that area there. I think I'll do that. In fact, let's do the base of let's do this bit as well. It's coming down like that. Let's just add a little bit of, we will do something different maybe. Try something different. Change the direction. Rather than a collar and it's light here, let's see if we can go down that way. Let's give it a go. I haven't done it yet, but I reckon that it's all about the strokes, isn't it? It's all about the direction. Yeah, look already. Just strokes that way. Look. It's going to be really cool. Looks like what's it called? A stola? Like what posh ladies wear when they go out to the theatre. Look, cool. Okay, so let's hold that thought. We're going that way with this one. Let's have a look what I did on the big one, on the other camera. See what we did. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, okay. Different. Different. That's all. Trying different options, aren't we? Is everybody in the building? Everybody happy? Birthday girl at the front on her third cake. I can see you. Okay. Let's go to the collar. And I think, so we've done that in a light colour, haven't we? Like that. Yeah? And then, I tell you what, while we've got this one in our hand, the light warm grey 2, let's do this. See now, on the chest, what we want to do is avoid these little white bits. We're going to leave them white. So let's look, for example, at this one that I've already moved forward on, this one here, and you can see these bits are all left white. Yeah? And we're going to concentrate on the background. Okie dokie. So let's have a look. We'll take our grey and we'll just, let's make sure we're in the right area here. Right, so let's start in the middle so we know. And just very gently, little circular motions, just go through here and just add an underlay. There you go, just an undercoat. Very gently, don't press hard, because if you press hard, then you're going to create a ceiling. You won't be able to come in with any other colours. So all we're doing is just zigzagging between the... There we go. I spoke to Mel yesterday evening, my dear friend Melanie Turner, and also the artist of these owls. And I said we're doing colouring, we're colouring in her owls. She said, I know. And we both agreed that we think that these are our favourites. Of all the birds that she's drawn over the years, we think that the owls are magnificent. Now check it out. I'm going to leave that bit round the outside. See? I'm going to leave that bit. We'll worry about that in a minute. We haven't decided. Jury's out on that. Let's just do the chest feathers, shall we? That'll work. See, the thing about these postcards, the lines are very thin. It's very fine, isn't it? And by the time you've added colour, like in the head there, the line art just disappears. You'd never think that you could create that out of something that cartoony or stylised, right? Like if you look at the big one on there, look, where's the line art? It's gone. By the time you've done your colouring, the line art was just your guide. It's great, isn't it? Let's have a look. This is cool. So Mel, oh, not there, this way. Do you titivate? I tend to fiddle a lot when I'm doing this sort of work. Spend hours doing it, can't you? So I've done the warm grey, now I'm going to go for the cold grey. Cold grey over the top. So if you look at this, see if I can come up a bit. Ooh, see if I can get on my elbow. Will that's not going to do it, is it? Right, well, I've got a better idea. Right, come into this one, right? This is more focused, watch. If I come in there, boom, easy when you know how. Right, so have a look and you can see, it really does look like, well, if you've ever been up close to a barn owl, that's what the chest looks like. Right, so it's got little bits of white in it. Flex. Oh, nearly fell off the chair. Ah, that would have been a Facebook Live moment, wouldn't it? Ah, poof. What a howl. Right. So what we're going to do is take the light one, the other grey, not the warm one, the cold one. And this time, let me just show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually come down on top of the line. So I'm coming down on the line like that, and I'm going round the white bit. So I come down like that, and I go round the white bit like that. Look. Not too, because it's soft, it's a really light colour. Look, see? So you go like that. And it's the combination of the two colours that gives you a really lovely, it's nice. We'll leave that open at the moment because we're going to come back to that. Look, see? So you come round there, and what I'm doing is I'm creating a bit of a flat, really. Let me get a little piece of card. If I use a piece of copy paper, it tends to, because I'm working off such a tiny little area, a bit of card will do. That's it, a bit of scrap. There we are. See? And then I can show you what I'm up to. See, if I take that and I just want to soften it a little bit like that. So I've got a flat. We've talked about this before. So it's flat on that side, you see, but it's chiselled. So now it'll be really soft. So as I'm coming down here, as I go round, see, it's real soft. Come round like that. Just make that little, so you're coming down and then you go round like that. And then when you get down here, it's a bit of a mosh really. That'll do. Right, back to the top, like that. Round that lovely fleck. Try not to spit at your artwork, Gray. Ah, it's a funny old life. It's a funny old life, isn't it? So you go like that, round there. But look back at what you've done versus, it's so nice. The colour combination is really key here. And as you're going round, because of the way Mel's drawn these, see there's V's, there's a V here, look, there are V's in here. It's like shunted, look, do you see, like diagonal. And so what that does is, as you do what I'm doing here, it creates a really fabulous pattern. Can you see this all right? Right, round we go, like that. So we might as well do the collar and let's do it all together. Because we're going to be using the same colours. So it's good. And I think it's nice to see a bit of progress, isn't it? I mean, the eyes have it. Yesterday, you know, we spent an hour doing the eyes. Because at the end of the day, when you're finished with your artwork, what's the first thing that you're going to look at? You're not going to look at his chest. You're going to look at the eyes. The eyes draw you in. So the eyes are the key. They're the windows to the soul and all that jazz, right? So it's worth spending time on the eyes. Right, here we go. But now I think if we've got 4 owls, we have a parliament. We have a parliament of owls. Right? And I spoke to Linda Williams, because she's all over the owls as well. She's got some fantastic, she designed, do you remember those beautiful parchment plates, the groovy plates, with those little model owls, the mama and the papa? Cool, they're gorgeous. So they're going to be a whole parliament of them on her Chanda. We're launching on Saturday on telly. We're on telly tomorrow as well. It's Right TV Week. On Saturday, we've got 3 hours. And one's going to be dedicated to the SHAC. And we're doing, what am I doing on Saturday? Oh, you'll love it. It's the Dreamcatcher in stamp and the kite. Do you remember the kite and the Dreamcatcher? So those two are coming on Saturday. That'll be super. But Linda has designed a fantastic Christmas owl. So 2, in fact. So they're going to be on the telly too. So that's, for all you parchers out there, that's going to be dynamite. Now what I'm doing now is I'm just turning, I'm getting a bit flat here. So I'm just going to see if it gets a bit flat and you want, no, I want it to be soft. But if you want it sharper, then all you've got to do, see, so that's quite flat, isn't it? See how soft it is now? But if I wanted it sharper, all I have to do is turn the pencil round and it's not so flat, see? And as soon as it's not so flat, it's darker. So you could always, just remember that. If you want it soft, then you just need like a flat bit, don't you? And if you're not sure of whether you've got a flat bit, make a flat bit. There you go. So it's flat again now. Right, so round I go. But it's that lovely combination I find. Right, here we go. Let's get a nice little feather thing going. You know, like we did at the top. There you go. So it's like down. Oh, sorry. So just all in one direction. Feather, 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 fluff, 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 fluff. It's like fluff, isn't it? That's what we're trying to do, that really soft fluff. Yes. So, Saturday, owls. We're going to celebrate them on Saturday on Hochanda. We've got Linda's owls and the new Christmas one. And now I'm going to take you back to New Mexico. Cool, this looks good, doesn't it? And we're going to do that Dreamcatcher. Got some good ideas for that. And yeah, nice. The thing about what we're doing here, I think, right, flick this way. Look, flick, flick, flick. It's like fluff. Really light that way. And down the back of this one, I'm right over there on this side now. Just adding a little bit of just that light grey all the way through. We might as well. It's already Tuesday. I mean, it's not a rush, don't get me wrong. There's no rush, is there? Not at all. But if we've got the pencil in our hands, right, fluffy, fluff, think fluffy. Think down. So we've gone in that direction that way, really lightly with a light colour, and then we're going to come back the other way with the same colour. Right, just fluff, 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 fluff. Light feathery strokes. That's all you're doing. Just light feathery strokes like that. There you go. So what we're doing is cross hatching in effect. Because we've gone that way, and now we're going down, 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 down with the feathers, see? So the one over the top is in the right direction. There. Nice. Let's have a look. It's cool. Just an undercoat, isn't it? But check out the colour in that area there. Isn't that super? Can you see that okay? Have you got that colour too? It's really nice. Really nice. Let's check where we are. Let me turn it to this camera. So that's really dark there, isn't it? Right, look at the chest feathers there. Right. Now let's have a look at the chest feathers that I've got going on here. Just the undercoat. You see that? It's a really nice colour combination. And we're going to build on that. And what we're going to do to build on it, if you have a look, step away from that one for a minute, and what you'll see is, if you look, you should be able to see a little bit of a V. See the zigzag? Look, and here, zigzags. You see them? They don't have to be perfect, but there's definitely a little bit of a zigzag going on, isn't there? See how I've gone from little white fleck to white fleck? Look, like that. See? And that's what we're going to do now. So let's have a look. Okay. Oh, is it my eyes or is that a bit fuzzy? Looks a bit fuzzy. Let's come into, oh, it could be my eyes, you know. It could be happening to me. Right, let's have a look. So what we need to do now, again, let's take a brown. You all right with this? You all right with this? You okay? Are we learning? It's a nice technique, you know. And that combination of those two colours is really lovely. Can you hear me all right? Sorry. I'm going mad Just so you know, it is official. Right, brown. What one have I got here? Raw umber. Any brown will do. I've got to pick one, haven't I? So I'm going to pick 180. Sorry. Misspent youth, you can tell. Right. So we're going to use 180. And what we'll do is we'll do it on a bit of scrap to get the pressure, right? And what we're going to do is stippling. So you're going to, if those are the two little dots like that, say, there they are, like that. Hang on, let me think. Rubbish. Right, so I've got a little dot there and a little dot there because I've got to think about where they are on the line, like that. Right, so let's pretend they're like that. And then there's one there and there's one there and there's one there, right? So what we're going to do is dot. Now, let me just give you a tip. If you just go, you've got no control, right? You've got absolutely no control over where you're going. Go slowly. Give time. Give time. And then what you're going to do is build up. So now, for example, if I want to, I can do dots in this direction like that. And if can you see that okay? I'm just holding my pen to an angle so you can see it better. So I'm going to take my brown and I'm going to do my dots like that. And then I'll do my dots there as well. I don't want diamonds. I want zigzags. I want this. Yeah? And then it's going to go like that, and it's going to go like that, and it's going to go like that, and it's going to go like that. Right, so these are so we'll start with the light brown, 180, and then we can always add a little bit more depth afterwards, you see? So look at your dots. Figure it out. Where are we going here? I'm going to start there. I'm going to go like that, like that, like that, like that. And then it goes up there underneath like that. So you've got a kind of, so the confusion's going to be in this one here. So let's just do it now. And then we know. Right, so I've already mapped out my marks. So I'm going to go there and then there. And if you can't see them, be glad, because this is just mapping out the path for you to start with. You'll be able to see them in a minute. Right, just get some dots going. The raw umber is a really light brown, but what you do is you get the effect, right? The trick is by layering up different colours on top of one another. So I've done that one, right? Then stop and have a look. So then the next one, because you don't want to, so now look at the next one. So I've done that one there. I don't want to go mad. Then the next one is going to be this one. Right, okay, good. You got it? So then you come down to the, which one am I on now? Let me just check. I want to do this one here. So come down to the next one here. Yeah, look, you've done that one. Now come down to the next one here and use that as your guide. And then go up and then down. And then up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up. Right, and then probably go down around the corner. Yeah? And then we'll go to the next one down here. Do you know, this is a good idea. Why didn't I figure that out? 1, 2, so we go to the third one. And then this is going to make sure that you don't do diamonds. You don't want diamonds. Right, up we go again. And then up again. And then down again. Right. Okie dokie. Cool. This is going to look so good. Right, and then down here, right, one more down here. Let's go again. And this time I'm pressing a bit harder because otherwise you can't even see it. Right, just do your zigzag. That's it. Bingo. And then just pretend down here. Just create a little, just do dot dots. That'll do. Nice. Okay, so just to recap. Warm grey, 2. Cold grey, 2. 180. Okay, cold grey, warm grey first, then cold grey, then 180 raw umber, and that will give you a really lovely effect. So what you could do now is take your 180, your raw umber, and now just go randomly, because you know where the path is now. So now you're just going to stipple. Just get that colour down, the light colour. Just make a little path if you like. Nice. Let me give you a tip. If you hold the pencil up higher, right, you got less control of where you're going. You bring your hand right down near the nib like that when you're stippling. Even though you can't actually see what I'm doing, what you'll find is, try it. Do yourself a favour, get a bit of scrap and just try this and watch the difference. Hold the pen up where you would hold it if you were writing, right, like that, and then start doing that and feel, it's all about how much control you've got, right? Okay, have you got control? Then take it further down like that, right? And you've got so much more. Even though you can't see what I'm doing, I've got so much more control over where I'm going because I'm holding it further down the shaft. Okay? So that's worth knowing, isn't it? Hey? Tricks and tips, tricks and tips. So hold it down, the shaft, and then just start dotting with 180. There you go. If anybody is wondering why I keep saying 180, it's because it's what darts players aspire to get. If you hit the treble 20 3 times, you get 60, 120, 180. My brother's a very good darts player. He can subtract backwards so fast. It's unbelievable. Because of course you start up high, don't you, and then you come down. Right, so we've got our zigzag in place, haven't we? Shall we have a look up close? Let's have a look. Let's come into this one. See where we are. Right, and then we'll slide this one in. Can you see the zigzags? I know it looks like a mess, but they are there. They are definitely there. What we're going to do now is pronounce them a little bit more with a darker grey. Now we can go in with a darker grey or a brown, because this is such a nice technique and it looks so nice when it's done, but it's all about stippling. It's all about stippling. So what we could do is, it's up to you. You could go with a darker grey or a darker brown. I'm going to go with a darker grey. Yeah, because that will really, I might go a bit easy because I can always tone it down. This one's called Warm Grey 5. I'm going in for impact now, right? So you could go in with a darker grey or a darker brown. Dick Van Dyke. Is that? No, not Dick Van Dyke. Well, if I said to you Van Dyke, what would you think? Dick, right? And 176. Van Dyke Brown, not Dick Van Dyke Brown. Okay? It's a good colour though. I tell you what though, the pergoliners have got some smashing browns in. That was what always impressed me with the pergoliners. What have we got in there? Yeah. Look, see, you got some smashing browns going on there as well. What have we got here? B3, B13, B12, nice browns. These ones here are the ones that I would use. These ones. Good colours. Good colours. I like the pergoliners. I just wish they had greys in them. But we sorted that out, didn't we, with our little set, a little supplementary set. Right, what am I going to do? I'm going to use both of them. I think I'll go with the grey first. Right, and this time we're going to go again. And we're going to just start stippling again. Right, hold it down tight. And then off you go. Up and down until you see a line. It's all right though. It's the overall effect that you're going for. Stippling. Get a little bit of stippling going. If you were doing a tawny owl, just do this for longer. Honest, Gov. Just do it for longer. But let's get the dots in. Let's get the stipples in. I don't know. There are no experts in this building. But I do think this will look good when it's done. Yeah, it's going to look great. Where have I gone? The thing about this as well is, it's an half focus you, doesn't it? You've got to really concentrate on what you're doing. And that is not a bad thing, my friends, is it? As far as that mindful process goes, look how pretty this is going to get. When I'm doing this, I'm not thinking about anything else. And the other thing about this, as I see it, is that it's a real lesson in giving time, you know? It's like, I can only speak for myself, but I'm so used to running around like a headless chicken. I nearly said blue arse fly. A headless chicken, right? That when I'm doing something like this, I know that I've got to give time. I can't push the river. If I rush this, I'll spoil it. And it all comes back down to the process. It's all about the process. It's not about the finished result. The finished result will come. The finished result will come if I give myself enough time. Look, this is going to be so lovely. So we can bring a little bit of dottage out into the... Yeah. There you go. Just a little bit of stippling. It's a different way of colouring, isn't it? But look how pretty it is. Hey? Get a good shadow on that as well. And what we're doing now is, look, we're getting shadow, but it's with dots rather than strokes. It's all right, you know. Right, now, thing I don't know about you, but when I'm stippling, this is what Parchers say. They say, oh, stippling really stiffens the hands, doesn't it? So what we do is, when we're doing stippling like that, to get those lovely chest feathers, that lovely down effect, a good idea would be to say, right, I've done a bit of that, stop doing that, would stretch, and then do something else. Let's go to his collar. So you're taking a break. See? Do something easier, stretch yourself, and then when your hands are back to normal, when you can feel your fingers again, then you go back to the stippling. Okay? Are we happy? Oh, these glasses. They're so strong, but I can see what I'm doing. And in the name of art, I think they're like 3.5 or something. I will go to the opticians and get my eyes checked. So, are you ready? I think we'll go to the collar, shall we? Let's have a look at the collar here. Let's have a look at the progress. Right, no. Let's have a look. So can you see? Let's just come down and let's have a look at the feathering as well, because you can see how much stippling is going on that show and those chest feathers, can't you? So let's have a look at the collar. Let's do something a little bit different now. Right, this is easy. Let's do an easy thing, because the chest feathers take time. But it'd be easy. It's the darker colours that will give you the result faster. So let's go to this bit here, the bit that looks like Queen Elizabeth's, you know, that bit round her neck. And what we'll do is, if you've got different greys, that's great. What one am I going to use now? What about the cold grey? That'd be quite nice. Let's use the cold grey. Cold grey number 3. Just playing it safe, because I've got to get my eye in again, you see. So what I want to do now is, rather than, here we go, we're going to go feathery. See? Feathers. So what you're going to do is come in there like that and then feather out from that line. Feather out from that line. Just feathers. Feathers that way, feathers that way. Just little dashes. Light feathery strokes. You may feel more comfortable. You want a sharp pencil and you may like to just go that way. But what you've got to be careful of is that you don't go into the cheeks. So let's just get that depth going. Oh, someone's having a bad day. Can you hear? Ambulance. There, see how quickly it comes together. So you just take that grey and then you just go in like that. There we are. Nice, huh? There. So we're getting a good contrast, aren't we, between the cheeks or the glasses. Don't they look like specs? I'll tell you what, when Mel drew these, she must have had sleepless nights. They are superb, though. They are absolutely superb. And they're beautiful to draw as well. There you go. So in we go like that. Isn't that cool? Right. I've either got a burglar or the window cleaner's back. I'm going to have a chat to him. Right, and what I'm doing now is I'm taking the same grey and I'm running down the lines like this. Should I just go and check to see if I'm being burgled? That'd brighten up the day. Stay there a minute. I can hear somebody. No. Maybe I'm just lonely. I started to hear things. Doesn't that look good though? Right, so you're coming down the lines that Mel's given you, the draw lines, see? With that grey. There. Doesn't that look cool? And then you just go layer on layer on layer. Yeah? Nice. And then this way, let's do same grey. Let's keep it, we can always add depth. We can always add more depth as we go along. What we're going to do now is come in here and just flick down over the top like that. Just little tiny strokes. We're going that way, I've decided. Yeah, that looks so cool. Like that, look. That's it. Over the top. You cool with this? It's all about the process, isn't it? Hey? It's all about the process. And during these worrying times, it's great to have something to just distract you. You understand? Just to have a project that gives you that that focus. And something like this, it really does give you focus, doesn't it? Here we go, look. So we're just going to get in on that edge there, like that. Light feathery strokes. God, doesn't that look super? See, and you're going to... That's so good, isn't it? Now, what do you think about adding a little bit of that 180? Let's add a little bit of 180, that raw umber. See this area here? Let's go in there with that colour. I reckon that'll look quite good. Yeah, just in the middle. So a few little flicks. Yeah, nice. Leave a bit of white if you can. If you choose, if you want to. Yeah, it looks good if you leave a bit of white, doesn't it? Wish I had now. It's all right, but I tell you what you do to make it look like that. You just add a bit more depth. Look, straight away. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So that looks like a real collie. Don't want to make it look too stripy. That's the thing, isn't it? Don't want to make it look too stripy. Cool. Bit of brown through there. Bit of tone in tone. It's very fashion conscious owl. Right, and now I think what we need is a little bit of depth. Do you know what I mean? We're tiptoeing around here, aren't we? Playing it safe. But if you want drama, you're going to have to get in with a darker colour. So what have we got? We've got warm grey, 4 or 5. I mean, if you really want to, if you want to push the boat out, that Payne's grey is a pretty cool colour, but that's almost like a black, isn't it? See, I'm thinking I'm going to go in with the darkest one later when we've done the whole lot. Then you go in and go, right, now I'm going to hit it with a real dark, dramatic colour. See, I don't think you can push the river on this. Let me have a think for a minute. Sometimes you need to stop and look. Stop and look. See this area here? Let's do a little bit of depth around there. Okay. Does it need to be even darker? I'm going with the, what one's this? Warm grey 5. Let's try that. There's quite a difference between warm grey and cold grey, isn't there? I bet the experts will say we can't use them together, but I can't see why you wouldn't. Right, grey's grey. Yeah. Here we go. So we're going to get some depth around this side, aren't we? So it looks like it's... Yeah, look at that. As soon as you add a little bit of shadow, and let's just take that darker colour and let's get in under these spectacles. Just, you get right tight onto the line and then round you go. Just dig in and then core. Yeah. And then just come away lightly. Just come away lightly. So all those areas, all that flicking and brown and 180 and all that, it all gets toned down underneath the grey. It's all about time and pressure. How much pressure? I'm going to go in with the light colour here. You know that light colour that we started with, warm grey 2. I'm just going to tone that down. That's it. Let me just show you. If I go in with the blackest one, Payne's grey, I'm not saying you do it. We probably want to do this right at the end. But if I was to go in on one side with this colour, watch how it jumps. You get right close to the edge, like that. Real tight in on the line. Like that. Just like that. Can you see the difference? Right. Big difference. You see that between that and that? And that might be a happy hour on Friday or Thursday that we go in with the darkest colours and just make the whole thing pop. But you see, me, I like to play it safe. So let's say on this line here, under here, I just want to add a little bit of depth under there. Right, so I'm going to go along really gently, like that. You can go little circular motions, look, like that. There, build it up gently. What colour am I using? I hear you ask. A grey. Warm grey 4. Any grey you fancy. Or a brown. But look, in you go. And you just add that depth. See how it makes it pop? In you go like that. And then add a little bit of depth. And then you just tease it out, don't you? Just tease out the colour. Are you getting really good at this now? Are you? Yeah, look. See? Just on that side, what a difference. Okay, so now what we need, what did I use before? I wish I'd written it down. I know. Let's go for the Dick Van Dyke one. Is that the Dick Van Dyke? Yeah, Van Dyke. That one. Yeah. The number, I hear you ask, is 176. And so this one now, are you ready to do a little bit more stippling? Are we up for the stippling? Just one more little session on the stippling. Is that dark enough? Yeah, here we go. Right, hold it down tight again. Right, and then off we go again. Stipple, stipple, stipple. Press a bit hard if it's not showing. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. I think the trick, try and get out, don't go in the white bit like I just did. That's because I'm trying to go fast now. God, it's a real learning curve, you know. It's a real, for me, it's a real learning curve, teaching myself to slow down and just going with the process. Are you finding that as well, that you feel you want to rush it because you want to get it finished? It's a completion thing. What's fascinating though, I find, is the build-up. Oh, look at that. Looks so pretty. What you'll find is, let's get a few more dots down there, a bit darker. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I think, right, in there, where's that light grey? You can always go back, you know. Light grey too. I wonder, let me just check something out. Before you do it, let me do it. Let me just, I need to sharpen this pencil for a start. Let's have a look. Before I do it, let me do it before you break it. I've got several on the go here. See, so I could come round there with the same colour again. This is what I'm checking now. Do I want to come in with the same colour? Or, do I want to come in with the same colour and just darken it up a bit by going in? Because that's the thing. You don't have to use a darker grey to get a darker grey, do you? You just go another layer and press it a bit harder. Yeah, do you know what? I reckon that's the answer. Stick to the light colour, but just go in with another layer, because that way you're getting the same tone. So what we're going to do is go round. See, I've missed a few of the little, just feeling there's a lot of whiteness going on. But there you go, look. So go down and then add a little, another generation of that light grey. So rather than go in with a darker grey, thinking that that's going to be the way that we create depth, right? You're not. You're going to go in with the same light colour. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, see? That's so nice, isn't it? I mean, I've got people out. So many of you are so good at this now. You're going to be streets ahead. And so many of you have got time, you know, and you're so lucky for that. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process, eh? Right, round we go here. This looks so good, doesn't it? So what we could do now is we could just put a little bit of shadow in there again. Yeah? And what colour did I use there? Warm grey 4, I reckon. So we're just going to bring that little collar, make a bit of depth around there. So just working our way. You enjoying this? Linda Williams reckons she's going to do a demo on her phone for us, for Hochanda. She's going to give it a go. I'm excited to see that. Ha ha ha. That's nice. See? But you don't want to make it look too like a stripe. So probably you can take, it's the same old, take the same colour, but just come down a little bit. Just tease it out. Yeah, see? Just tease it out. It's all about layers and pressure, isn't it? Tease it out. Try and avoid the white bits. Don't you find it's so mesmerising colouring like this? Especially when you're doing it right. If you... Yeah, look. It's good, isn't it? And try not to be tempted, like I am. Try not to be tempted to pile in with the dark colours too soon. And the other thing I wanted to just flag up, right? Rubbers, erasers. Right, the white one, that's not the one you want. The white one is the one that will work on parchment, for example, or taking ink out. The pink one is the one, like say I want to put a little bit of a white stripe in here. Right, let's just see. I can always change it again. I just want to show you, right? If I go in here, let me just show you. I can, if I want to add a bit of white there, sometimes it's easier to add it and then take it out again. Look, see? If you want to, if you feel, oh, I've overcooked it, you can just take it straight out again. Don't feel that you've spoilt it. If you think, oh, I didn't want to do that colour, then just, there you go, out it comes again. And now you can change it completely. Like maybe in that area, do you know what might look really, really cool? Is that ochre, 184, this colour. A yellow, right? Just saying, this might make a nice difference. Look, see, so it's entirely up to you. You can pick your colours. You've got a kind of a palette, haven't you? Yellows, greys, that's what we're going for. Look, see how nice that is. See, a little bit of an undercoat of yellow perhaps, that would be nice. And then you just pick your greys and then you go again. So nothing that you're doing is set in stone, nothing. You can change it by simply erasing and going again. That's quite nice too, isn't it? Something different. There you go. Changed it immediately. And then with the speckling, with the stippling, there you go. You can pick your colours and then go. I'm going to go with a dark colour now, just to establish. There you are. And that's how you get that lovely mottled effect. And if you feel you wanted to have it more mottled, then I can only recommend that you go in with a lighter grey, not a darker grey. And then you just, like I can show you, it's quite difficult to rub it out if you don't like it. But this would be the one, what have I got here? Cold grey 3. Right, so that would be the one if you wanted to just get a little bit more depth in the white areas like that. Just add a little bit through there. That's quite good too. Just tones it down a bit. That looked good. Love it. So what I'm going to do today, right? I will. I'm going to get done what I need to do business wise, and then I'm going to get these 3 sorted. I am, Sam, I am. So tomorrow what we'll do, if you do get this one done beautifully, right? And then I think what I'll do tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Right, so let's think this through. I think what we'll do tomorrow, we'll do his body, we'll do this bit together, right? Let's do this bit and do the back bit. So you practice on that one, right? You practice on that one because that's the easier one. And then tomorrow we'll do that one together, and then we'll do the feet and the legs. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we'll do. And then on Thursday, because we like a plan, don't we? On Thursday, I will think we will go with the leaves and the trees. And then on Friday, we'll do the sky. We'll do the background. Yes. So tomorrow, we're going to concentrate on this fella here. That's it. So we're going to repeat what we've done here over here. So if you want a day off, tomorrow's your day to have a day off. If you want to hang out with us, because that, my friends, is what we do. We hang out every day at 10 o'clock together, don't we? We eat cake, don't we, Sheila? Yes, we do. And we're safe, and we're happy, and we're creative. Stuart, thank you very much for helping us. I'm sure that everybody has loads of questions. As far as the pencils go, they should be there this week. I apologise. We did the best we could. I had no idea that so many of you would want grey pencils. But there you go. Happy days. And other than that, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, armed with your pencils and your owls. And let's have another little peaceful, calm, relaxing, therapeutic, friendly, kind, safe session. How's that sound? Sounds good to me. Lots of love to you. Take it easy. Look after yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.